everybody here can easily understand.
And now it's time for the voice.
Don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
I want you to get up right now.
Go to the window,
Open it.
stick your head out and yell,
Hated man! Top of the world!
The Voice of Ocala with Buddy Martin.
You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality. I know your anger, I know your dreams. I've been everything you wanna be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. Like Mussolini and Kennedy, I'm the cult of personality, the cult of personality, the cult of personality.
Hello, welcome to a Friday edition of The Voice of Ocala, a spectacularly beautiful Friday, I might add. And we're glad to be with you again, as we are every weekday at 3 o'clock, and of course Saturday mornings at 10. I'm Buddy Martin. The program is called The Voice of Ocala. In the house, K-Mac, already here, all duded up in blue like he was going to a blue out in Gainesville. He came loaded. He's got stuff. He's got things to talk about. He's got Kevin McDonald's got bands. We got a full jam-packed 25 minutes of stuff to talk to Kevin. So we're going to get right to that. But first, I got to remind you, don't forget today, Southern Pigskin tonight will be playing at 5 o'clock. And we'll also go to rewind on our popular restaurant and food show with the gang at 4 o'clock today. So, and don't forget, Tom is on tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
No, Tom is not on tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. You're off tomorrow, aren't you?
Tom is off tomorrow. You'll be getting Fox broadcasting tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I'm
Sports
going
tomorrow.
to have to call complaints about that. Somebody. Who do I call? Kevin McDonald, nice to see you again, my friend.
Thank you, buddy. It's nice to see you as well.
You got stuff. I don't want to waste any time. I want to get right to it. First of all, I love the wristbands. We talked about that last time.
Absolutely. We've
given them away. I got one left, I think. Now you brought me another pile. For those who might happen to be watching on closed circuits, we call it, streaming live, I got a yellow and I got a blue band. The blue one says, on one side, the kindness revolution. I love that. Thank you, pay it forward. The other one says, it's cool to be kind, the kindness revolution. So tell me what I got here. I got two different kinds of, I've given away like 10 of these things.
Perfect.
Which is the better band? I want to be cool.
They're both equally great. Obviously, the yellow bands, you'll notice there's two different sizes. The yellow bands are for the students. The elementary students have a smaller wrist, and so we have smaller bands, and then they come in larger bands as well, but those are the ones, and I may have given you a handful of small ones, so I may have to trade some of those out.
Well, this could go on Tom Schmidt's
There you go. It'll be a ring for Tom. That's right. We got enough. He could just almost fill up one hand.
So this is blue.
Yeah, so the yellow ones say it's cool to be kind.
Okay.
And then the kindness revolution as well. And so obviously the intent of both is just to communicate, call somebody out for an extraordinary act of kindness. Take the band off your arm, give it to them, and just acknowledge, hey, I saw you do something really kind, and wanted to thank you for that. The idea is then encourage them to do the same thing. Pay it forward. Hand it to somebody that you see do something kind, and bring it. Let me know, and I'll replace the band for you.
Like if I knew somebody that went to like Vanguard, and I saw them do something nice, and I gave them like a blue band, and they saw somebody do something nice, they would give it to somebody else?
They would give it away, and then
wait a minute. I just described Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker.
Johnny's on fire.
Absolutely.
Johnny got to load you up again, brother. Let's give you a yellow one this time. Pass that down to Johnny.
This one, that may be
perfect. All right, there you go.
I think that one might be the elementary school version, but we'll get you one that fits. Either that or you'll have Tom's red hand.
All right, let's go blue again.
There we go. All right, we got one that'll fit you.
All right, there you go.
There we go.
All right.
Good.
Kevin, that's great. One more time, people don't know what to talk about. Talk about how you got into this and began supporting it, and you've had a great amount of success. Thousands of these things in the community now.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I mean, we've only been aware of the movement for probably 6 weeks, 8 weeks max. But it's really it's a group out of Nashville, Tennessee. It was started. They network through a network. I mean, they kind of distribute through a network of insurance agencies around the country. But it is intended very much just to call attention to kindness, call folks out on it, and the idea of actually giving your band away is what's unique about it, because you're encouraging, especially students, you're encouraging students to be looking for positive things and encouraging things, and then acknowledging someone when they see them do something cool, do something kind, is to acknowledge that, hey, I'll give you my band, and then I'll go get a replacement.
This is not just Kevin McDonald Allstate. There's other Allstate and other.
There are some other Allstate agents. There are State Farm agents. There are Farmers
so it's a lot
agents.
Different. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
the movement is not exclusive to Allstate. It's they've got a network of agents all over the place.
Well, that's great, and we got a stack up, so we'll start handing these out today as well.
I'll replace the yellow. I didn't realize I grabbed all the small yellow ones.
Most of the yellow ones.
Yeah,
so
those are
I'll give
for
some
the
of those
kids.
back, and I get the other ones.
Those are for the kids.
And so let me first of all, you're on the chain gang tonight.
I am. I'm working the chain gang with Rusty Branson and gang on the Forest home games. We work the sidelines, making sure we keep the first down marker and the down marker where it's supposed to be.
So you need a gator to make sure the Seminole doesn't get it wrong.
Gotta be, yeah. We got to keep him honest. Rusty's in charge of just putting the clip on the line to make sure Rusty's.
Well, Seminoles can do that.
Yeah,
they're good at that. So
he's the senior member of the team, so he gets to pick what job he wants.
He's a little nervous about his team this weekend too. I know that. But we saw Rusty at Gateway earlier this week and had a rather heated discussion about some things regarding certain football players in the lobby.
Can't imagine.
With Jay Musley, we thought we were going to have a free-for-all there for a minute. So, no, good people all.
Absolutely.
And you got also you. And by the way, thank you for supporting high school football.
Oh, yeah.
Not only do you support it as an advertiser, but you also support it by being out there to do the work. And would you do me a favor tonight?
Sure.
If there's a big guy up at the press box, working on his email or texting, whatever he's doing, and he gets out of hand, out broadcasting, I need you to let me know about that. Okay.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Just in case you see it.
I'm
not talking about anybody in particular.
Somebody with a body mass index problem.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm looking for.
You never know.
So we'll check it out. All right, we're going to make sure we get everything in here today. Let's see if I got about a minute before I go to break.
Yep.
Let's start with the prayer breakfast. All right.
Okay.
And you got a name in here that people know. Huizenga.
Yep.
His dad, I presume, was
Wayne Jr.
Was he went on the Dolphins at one time? Of course.
Blockbuster video.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Man. Remember
quite a bit.
Blockbuster video?
Oh, absolutely.
It was a huge deal at one time. Now we
Enormous.
just click them on the TV.
Netflix now, yeah.
Netflix now, or even DirecTV for that matter too.
Exactly.
All right, so this is coming up November 20th.
The Thursday before Thanksgiving
at the Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's the 6th year we've done it, and essentially it's called the Thanksgiving Men's Prayer Breakfast, and essentially it is a group of guys who come together. We generally have a featured speaker from out of town. We have a local speaker. And it's just a time to get together and for guys just to encourage one another, and it started 6 years ago when Pat Morley came and talked about his book, How to Survive the Economic Meltdown. And it was, honestly putting your faith in something other than what can be taken away, and he was, very pointed in his timing, because that was when a lot of folks had realized that a lot of what they had accumulated was going away.
Pretty good message on any time.
Absolutely.
Not just then, but certainly more people listening then.
Yeah.
And it's something that's a lesson for all of us now, that it's just things.
That's right. And
we have a hard time sometimes with that.
They kind of store up your treasures in heaven kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Lay your treasures in heaven.
Yep.
Matthew 6, maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah. Speaking of which, our friend today, our pastor, Pastor Mark Cummins over at Church of Hope, he's out consorting with big shots today. I just got a text from him. He is with some seminar with Bobby Bowden.
Oh.
How about that? So he's an old football coach is loving that. So shout out to Mark Cummins out there with Coach Bowden. So, all right, we'll take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about this. You got a couple other events coming up. You're a busy guy this fall. You got the event downtown, which is the with Kent Gwyn's helping you with the Grow in Kindness, which is really kind of an offshoot of this, the band, but not exactly the same. But the bands are the same kind of thing, the same
similar thing, running parallel tracks,
right? But not the same thing.
The paths crossed, and it's a good mix.
And then Leah, your wife's got you working on something else for babies and families here.
March of Dimes.
Yeah. So by the way, terrific organization.
Absolutely.
By the way, are you the chair? People this year?
No.
Who's that?
We're chairing the function.
Yeah, okay.
We're chairing the function.
Okay,
Signature Chefs event Sunday night at the Hilton.
Yeah, we're going to get into that a little deeper too. And you excited about football this weekend?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. We'll see if your prediction about this game being pretty pivotal for Coach Muschamp, we'll see how that plays out.
I say that someplace, I forget.
I read it somewhere.
I guess I did. You can talk about it, and it disappears in there. When you write it, it doesn't go away.
It doesn't go anywhere. That's right.
All right, Kevin McDowell's in the house here on the Voice of Ocala. Coming up next, we'll tell you about this deal downtown, and lots more things to come right here. At 3:30, Bruce Fishlow will be here. He's got a good event going on for, of course, animals in the Humane Society, so we've got a busy hour coming up. And again, at 4 o'clock, restaurant and food show. Had a good lunch today down at La Cuisine. Elodie and Patrice saw them. And at 5 o'clock, Southern Pigskin tonight with Terry Bradshaw. And by the way, Tom, I listened to the replay of the segment. Way too much laughing. Way too much laughing.
Bradshaw.
It was a laugh-a-thon. We hardly, people must think we're crazy.
By the way, nothing you can do about that. It's just funny.
Exactly right. I can't help it. I mean, it's just out of control, but it's funny. I thought Tom was going to lose it at one point during the show. He completely.
Kevin, I'll tell you about that. That's one of the funniest.
All right, Kevin McDowell coming up next. More him right here on the Voice of Ocala.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Being the Culligan Man is not easy because he works hard every day for you here in North Central Florida. Whether you need bottled water delivery for your office, a home water softener, or water infiltration system, the Culligan Man can help you. At Culligan, North Florida, we have dozens of softener and filtration options, along with a host of media tank sizes. Depending on the exact hardness and usage of your water, we determine the size of softener you're going to need. And if you're on city or well water in one of our local areas, the in-home water analysis is absolutely free. If your needs are for the home, call Ocala Water Conditioning, 352-291-5900. For home or business bottled water in Ocala, call Ocala Bottled Water, 352-291-5900. Culligan of North Florida, a proud sponsor of Florida State football, heard right here on WOCA, The Source.
Imagine yourself in a quaint bistro right in the heart of a charming French village about to indulge in real French cuisine. Located in beautiful, vibrant downtown Ocala, La Cuisine offers authentic French cuisine and wine from an award-winning menu. Patrice and Elodie moved to Ocala in 2009 because they fell in love with it. And you're going to fall in love with La Cuisine if you haven't already. La Cuisine offers a quick bite for lunch or a leisurely dinner in a comfortable and relaxed setting. So call La Cuisine of Ocala today at 352-433-2570. It's like a direct call to Paris.
On Mondays, AM Ocala Live, Robin and I will be speaking to Deborah Hecker. She's coming out to speak to us about World Food Day, October 24th.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events served bite-size.
And then Rich Lenton will be on with us. He's the president of Voya Financial, speaking about October 19th through the 26th, National Save for Retirement Week.
Kate Clark Flora is a former assistant attorney general for the state of Maine. She's written a book called Death's Dealer, How Cops and Cadaver Dogs Brought a Killer to Justice.
And then Matt Gibbs will be here answering your questions about your cars on his show, Auto Repair with Personal Care.
Rabbi Marvin Tokayer served as a U.S. Air Force chaplain. He's written a book called Pepper, Silk, and Ivory, Amazing Stories About Jews and the Far East.
And then Beulah Sanchez will be with us. She worked for Paramount Pictures as a comedy writer, and she's a screenplay writer, and she's got a new book called Really? One Woman's Adventures of Dating in the Digital Age. All of that plus Fun with Joe on Mondays, AM Ocala Live, right here on the Source WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for Auto Repair with Personal Care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Now is the time to take advantage of Florida Credit Union's CD specials. Our 36-month CD comes in at 1.26% APY. A 24-month is working for you at 1.0% APY. And our 12-month at 0.75% APY. All CD rate specials require $10,000 minimum. With friendly service and rates like these, it's not hard to see why Florida Credit Union has your CD options covered. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Call 352-237-8222 for more information. Must act by 1/15/14.
Back on the Voice of Ocala with Kevin McDonald. Man of many faces. He's got it all going on. Let's talk about the Signature Chefs auction coming up on the 19th.
That's
tomorrow. Sunday, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at the Hilton.
It's at the Hilton.
Great organization. March Dimes just does so many great things for babies and mothers and what have you. Mm-hmm. You've got a list of sponsors here, including Monroe Regional, et cetera, Signature Brands, Luca, Toyota, and so on. You don't get those people unless you've got something you've really got a good cause. You and Leah have come together for this thing. There are, I guess there's still availability, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have folks join us.
And there's a telephone number down here that's from Casey Bilecki, says 642-8290 if you need any information. And what's going to take place there with that? Good food, first of all.
Signature Chefs event, so we get an opportunity to kind of sample, I think, 5 different chefs from around the area. I don't have their names in front of me, but promises to be very good. There are silent and live auction items and an opportunity just to come and support the March of Dimes.
Yeah, and at the Hilton once again on Sunday. So, again, an excellent cause, something that and it's pretty cool that Signature Brands is one of the sponsors, and it's a Signature Chef's auction. That's probably coincidence, but it's pretty good.
Absolutely.
All right, so what are you not doing? Here you are about to take over in the top position of CP as a chairman after being vice chairman all these years in the January, as I recall, correct?
January 1st, yeah.
We discussed this last time, and I think we debated whether you had lost your mind completely or just borderline.
That's a running debate. So,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Leah,
don't ask my wife to weigh in. She'll confirm.
That's great that you're doing it. We had a very interesting conversation, just aside on this real quick. You know Jeff Halcomb, who's in charge of water and sewer. I think a very, very smart man, in my opinion. He's the guy who told everybody we should spend some money and drill down to find out if there was another aquifer there, and guess what? There is. And it was written up in the New York Times, for the project. He's a guy that thinks somewhat globally in terms of our community and what's good for us and not necessarily what's good for him or good for a special group, and he's got some great thoughts about it and very resourceful, being a guy who deals with water, which is we know is a key thing to deal with.
Absolutely.
We had a discussion with him 2 days ago about leadership and et cetera, and I asked him a very poignant question. Well, it wasn't that great, but I think it was still poignant. But I said, given what you feel about leadership and the fact that we all would like to have our best people in office, naturally. And on the other hand, does a family want to go through all that to serve? And what you're put through, and ask him, given that, knowing the life of a politician, he's not in a political position, asking Laura both. if you decided to run and you had a calling now, there's difference than just saying I want to do it. You had a calling, you felt like you had to run for whatever it was, if it's the school board or county commission. He probably wouldn't run for city council because he works at the city now, but whatever it was, what would you be willing to serve if people came to you and said, hey, I'm going to help you raise some money. I believe in what your cause is. No strings attached. I need you to run. What would you do? And Laura said, I'm going to just no comment on that one. And I said, Jeff, what do you say? He thought about it for a second and gave me the reasons for and against and said, I'd do it, which surprised me. He would actually, first of all, most people won't admit that. Because even when they're running, they aren't running. If they say, I'm not running. But so I thought that was a kind of a cool answer, and it answered the call of a need. I mean, theoretically, it's all hypothetical. And I think if we applied that same standard to all of us, if called, would we serve? What are your thoughts about being called on things like that? Not necessarily for yourself, but I mean, you too. But I mean,
I think too often folks feel like they have to actually be in political office to contribute or be part of the process, and I think that's wrong. I think you can be part of the process and contribute to, your opinion or to the good of the cause, whether you're an elected official or not. I do believe that some folks feel led to public office, and I think that's that is these days a very difficult call to answer. I would believe because of what's expected of folks. I don't have much of a history to hide, but I certainly don't want folks looking through my underwear drawer. And unfortunately, when you commit yourself,
all that stuff,
all that, and I mean, it's just to me that's quite a commitment for somebody to step out into and make. But at the same time, I think we're all kind of, to some degree, called into what we do. And so, as it relates to the folks that really feel strongly that they can make a contribution and do it, I believe as long as folks are doing that for the purpose of, kind of really utilizing skills and abilities that God's given them for the betterment, of all of us, then I think that's great. I think oftentimes folks get in there, maybe they've got, some other motivations involved. Maybe there's some selfish motivations.
That's the part that bothers me. And that part I trust on Jeff Halcomb.
Oh, heavens. Yeah. And Jeff,
I can't tell you if he'd be a good councilman or what. I don't know. I mean, I think he would be, but he runs, his motivations are pure. And that's the person I'm looking for, our best and brightest with no real axe to grind.
I'm with you. I don't know that. I mean, when I'm looking to support somebody, and it was interesting because I had a conversation with a good friend of mine earlier today, about political parties.
I'm not running, Kevin.
Well, buddy, come on now. I was going to talk you into throwing your hat in. But I mean, let's explore the character of the individual. And really what motivates them to allow themselves to be subjected to all that. Sometimes I think that's maybe a little more important than what the political affiliation is behind their name. And some folks, I'll put it out there. I'm a registered Republican, and I'm extremely conservative. But when it comes to certain things, if I know somebody genuinely as an individual, then
character has to come first.
I think both of our political parties have proven that sometimes, sometimes there's not, we can't always put our faith in what the party stands for when the politicians don't always toe the party line,
Interesting topic, conversation to talk about, because I think if we're not going to get our best and brightest if we don't really ask for them and we don't really see what is that criterion. You just described it well. And
what do you think about the idea of local government, it being a state ordinance or county ordinance, something that local government is not politically motivated?
It'd be interesting to see how that would play out. I mean, it would be interesting if we truly had nonpartisan elections. Yeah,
it really would be. And I'd
the
love
races,
to see
even the races that are declared nonpartisan, there's still a great deal of partisanship.
Absolutely. Got about event. I'll be sure to get this in.
Yep.
It's not tied to the event, to the armband or wristbands you got, but it's something that's significant. Again, I think we're embracing a concept and a need here about kindness. It's coming up Wednesday at noon downtown Square. It's a proclamation by Mayor Kent Gwynn, etc. Anti-bullying campaign. Ocala's Growth and Kindness Day. Got 30 seconds. Give me your explanation of what this is.
Well, and I want to be real clear. I mean, we came on the very tail end of this. This group has been working to set this event up for a long time, and we are a very late entrant. They heard through one of the schools that we work with, they heard about our program and invited us to participate. Great organization, great idea of really kind of focusing on kindness and anti-bullying. Bullying's not just something that goes on in middle school.
Right.
It happens all over the place.
And it also happens to adults. I think we talked about that as well.
Absolutely.
So I can hear the music playing in the background. Kevin McDonald, always great to be with you.
Buddy,
be careful on the chains tonight.
Yeah, I'll be careful on the chains, and I'll keep an eye out for the big broadcasting guy.
Great. All right, thank you very much, and have a good game tonight. Kevin McDonald. All right, we'll take a break. Come back. Bruce Fischelo next, right here on the Voice of Ocala.
WOCA, The Source.
My name is Bo Briggs. I'm a sixth-generation Ocalan. I practiced law with my father at the Briggs Law Firm. Over the years, we've seen many changes to Ocala and many changes in our profession. What has not changed is our commitment to our clients. You will speak with and get to know your attorney. That will never change. A lawyer will personally handle your case, not a paralegal. So if you've been injured in an accident and would appreciate personal attention, you can reach us at 671-4600 or learn more at thebriggslawfirm.com.
Here in Florida, when you're looking to go to the beach, you've got hundreds of options. Theme parks? No shortage of options there either. But when it comes to home insurance, most companies have only one option. Allstate is different. Here in Florida, Allstate agents offer home insurance options from several companies, so they can help you get the coverage that's right for you. And they'll help you save on quality car insurance, too. For starters, safe drivers save 45% with Allstate. So before you settle for just one option, talk to someone with many home and car insurance options. Your local Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Hi, this is Kevin McDonald, your local Allstate agent. To get your quote, please call us at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations.
Allstate has no financial responsibility to you for any home insurance policy you purchase and would not be responsible for any claims. Allstate does not make any representations or accept liability related to operations of home insurance companies, including but not limited to their financial conditions. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is a place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs, proud sponsor of Friday night Marion County High School football on WOCA, The Source.
I'm Major George Patterson from the Salvation Army. Please stop by our family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala, where on Wednesday you have a 50% off clothing and bric-a-brac. On Friday, 25% off furniture and large appliances. And on Saturday, stop by to our yard sale from 8:45 to 11. Donations can be made by calling 352-732-4469 and we'll pick it up. Funds from the store go toward the services that we provide in Marion County.
Hi, my name is Dr. Erica Olstein with A Better You Healthcare Acupuncture and Eastern Medicine. As primary care physicians, we use acupuncture to treat back pain, arthritis, migraines, allergies, high blood pressure, thyroid disorders, hormone imbalances, stress, and more using all natural medical therapies. We treat the source of your problems, not just your symptoms. For more information, go to abetteryouhealthcare.com or call today to set up your appointment. 352-615-5566.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
What you
may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Talking about ourselves stimulates the brain the same way love, food, and cash do. Everybody's favorite subject is themselves. So, on a date, ask her about herself. Adults studying a new language learn words and phrases faster when they sing them. Normal, happy cows produce about 9 gallons of milk a day, but super relaxed and happy cows produce more than 10 gallons.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
All right, back in the Voice of Ocala, we're working out the details on that. Johnny Walker, punch yourself up. I want to talk to you about something we've discussed on this program.
Yes.
Just the last couple of days, we talked about getting information to the public through this program or whatever about not necessarily complete details, but information, generic information to the public about our major hospitals and what is happening with Ebola. And in other words, we know there's no massive plan, but at least what are our community hospitals doing about it, and what's to protect us from someone coming in, let's just say off of I-75 from Jacksonville or Orlando,
Miami,
and walking in with a fever and finding out later, by the way, he had Ebola.
Yeah,
and so, and I know it sounds maybe a little bit ridiculous, but it's a real thing, and it's the fear of this
and
thing.
I do want to share that I've walked into MRMC, ORMC, West Marion, and I've asked people like, I'm Johnny Walker from WOCA, the Source 96.3. Who could I talk to? Who could I talk to about Ebola? Are there any doctors on call right now? Who could I talk to? And they're all like referring me to the marketing department, like over at ORMC, Brittany over at the marketing department. So if Brittany's listening, make sure to give me a call as soon as possible. But anyways, people are looking at me like, oh, is he serious type thing. They're not taking it as serious as some other people might be.
Well, I mean, number one, folks, if you get a call from Johnny Walker, he's a legitimate guy. He's a working journalist. He hosts the nightly news with a K at Vanguard High School. He's been doing this for a long time. He's been a part of a couple of teams at Vanguard with Mark Rice that have gone out and won national awards for reporting, top award in the country for their ability to report news. So while he may be young, he is not a rookie in that regard. He's been around a little bit.
Thank you.
And he knows about how to work a story. And all we're asking is just for information. Now, look, I mean, it's fine if someone over there on the board wants to call me and give me information, I'll take it. But I think it should be incumbent upon the hospitals themselves, healthcare, to get the word out. And if they have, I apologize. Maybe we should look on their website at some point and see if there's anything on either one of those websites just to see.
There might be.
And we'll double check that too. So we're not trying to bust people's heads here. We're just trying to get information and the process. And one of the things on our program, we don't have a big reporting staff. We're just the three of us basically, and we try to get information to the public as best we can. So Johnny's working the story, and he's going to be trying to contact you. He's not going away, by the way. He'll be doing this. So ignoring him won't work. He will be back tomorrow. And just asking simply, want to know what is the procedure? Because as simple as it sounds, I think Americans right now feel like the CDC and the government has let us down on what they call their protocol. Without being an alarmist about this and trying to be realistic, I don't think we have a whole lot of confidence in the system we have right now and the protocol that allegedly is set up for this. So what can we do at a grassroots level? We can ask our local health care facilities. And by the way, we should call the health department too, Marion County Health Department, and talk to them about what information can we put out to the public to kind of give them a heads up that, there's some things here that are being done that you don't know about. But right now, unless I missed it, and I kind of try to stay up, I haven't seen anything, heard anything. I don't know. Just me.
It sounds like the only place they're concerned with it is Dallas.
Yeah.
That it broke out in Dallas. The guy got sick in Dallas. That the rest of the country's safe. It's just Dallas.
Well, for 3 weeks, people told me, don't worry about that. That's in West Africa. Excuse me?
Yeah, not West Africa.
By the way, where do hurricanes start usually?
West Africa. Yeah.
So saying that, I shouldn't worry about Ebola in West Africa. Saying don't worry about hurricanes, they'll never come
I did see
here.
this one story last night on Facebook. It's probably a hoax, but they're now calling it Ebola. Like it's a lie. Like Ebola is
that's some
fake. But
whack job group.
But,
you know?
yeah, correct.
I mean, those are the people
Ebola
that
is real.
Yeah, there's a group of people who said that the
man didn't land on the moon.
School and shooting didn't happen in Connecticut too.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, there was a group that said the school shooting was just a hoax by the Obama administration to try to get gun control.
All right, so Johnny, before we have Bruce Bushlow, he's on his way, running hard to get in here the last couple of minutes.
Yes.
You need to just tell us what you've learned, what you're trying to learn, and what you're going to do next on your story.
What I've learned is that people aren't taking this as seriously, so definitely contact me. My email is johnnywalkernightlynews@gmail.com, and you can email me as soon as possible, and we're just trying to get any information and all the information we can get from our Marion County health officials. So,
all right, Johnny, thank you. Good
no
job.
problem.
All right, here with us now is the man who loves the animals. He's a guy, this microphone over here, yeah. Tom, Bruce Bushlow, says he's a friend of yours. That worries me a little bit, but nonetheless, that's the case.
Acquaintance.
Yeah, let's clear that up.
Yeah,
okay?
on his behalf.
Yeah, I'm Bruce's friend. Bruce just feels me as an acquaintance.
There you go. Exactly. That's what Tom.
Exactly.
Tom says.
Now, Kate though, she says she's a friend of mine.
Yeah, there you go. So Bruce, you're here on behalf of the Humane Society to talk about an event, which we want to make sure we're limited in time. I want to maximize it. You get creative here. You got something here. I was sitting with lunch with you and Tom Ingram the other day that I think is kind of cool, and apparently it is because people have responded. Why don't you talk about that?
Well, hey, buddy. Hey, Tom. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. What a beautiful day. Now, this big window right here, all these guys, what they do all day long is girl watch, I'm sure.
Who?
Not
here. We're working.
Sure. But back to the event.
I was talking. I'm sorry. I was watching a girl walk by.
Yeah, exactly. So, I've been part of the golfing community my whole life here in Ocala, and we used to put on a scramble, and everybody puts on a scramble, and quite frankly, a lot of people are tired of it, and it's more of a chore than a pleasure to play in it. So I came up with the idea of a match play putting tournament. Match play meaning sort of like the NCAA 64, and 64 teams, and you play each other, and then you have one winner at the end. And this is the third year, and the putting, the golfing community, these guys have really taken to it. They love the format. My field is full or almost full. If somebody calls me, and then you can either be first alternate or you can get one of the last couple of spots. But it's just a lot of fun, and these people, when you win your first couple matches, then you really see how serious these guys take it, and we're going to really have a great event this year.
And you got the Gateway Cup.
It's called the Gateway Cup, and my big sponsor, my number one sponsor, is Harley Davidson of Ocala. Derek Kelly played in it last year, liked it so much that he said, "I'm going to write a check for whatever your proceeds are. I'm going to write a check."
Nice.
And that's how much he enjoyed the format. And then this year he's my main sponsor, along with Gateway, who's the main sponsor every year.
Hold on, you didn't tell me Derek Kelly was involved. None of my equipment's to be used. I'm sorry, can't do it. I know what happens when Derek Kelly's involved. My equipment will end up being his equipment. Nope, can't do it.
Well,
I don't think it's a major concern to Bruce right now. He's got a who's who list.
To have DK involved is a great person to be involved with this event.
Yes, I mean, think about it. Two very fine businesses in Ocala, Harley Davidson of Ocala and Crystal River, and Gateway Bank, and those are our two main sponsors, and we're thrilled. And it's two
2 weeks from this past Wednesday, October 29th. Now, there are meal tickets. We're cooking my famous hamburgers, which some of you out there might have had.
Fishlow burger?
Let me tell you.
Fishlow burger.
They are famous.
Is it fish burger or fishlow burger? Just to get it correct.
I guess fish burger, but
Okay,
it is beef. They are beef.
Is that a brand name?
It should be.
It should be. It really should be.
Well, I mean, they're. I've heard they're pretty special. Special secret ingredients.
Oh, family recipe handed down 4 generations.
So I'll have
good burger.
I'll have special cooks cooking them. So you can. So the general public is welcome to come. We want spectators. We want to make this as pressure packed as possible.
Yeah, but you got no players. Nobody with any quality. No quality players.
I got quality.
Wait a minute.
Players.
Who you got?
Well, I mean, for right now, I have the North-South Super Senior Champion Burger Warner, who has won everything in town, except he has never made it to the finals of the your event. Of my event. Has never made
City
it to the finals.
Right? Putting championship.
City of Ocala Putting Championship.
Wow.
Is the Florida Golf Association.
Randy Briggs.
Randy Briggs.
State Golf Association president.
The Golf Association president.
Bigger in about a minute.
He's never made it to the finals. And how about Brent Dorman, who's been a winner all around town? Steve Albright has won.
Steve Albright, another one. Golfer of the year.
What about
Daniel Owen?
Daniel Owen.
Daniel Owen. It doesn't have a spot. If you're listening, Daniel, call me and get one of the last.
The only
spots.
one of the top golfers you don't have.
Pretty much.
Giovanelli's going to be there.
No, I don't have. Now here's something.
Troy Gloss is, all right.
Troy Gloss is, yeah. Now here's something I did this year. I went to the county high school golf championships for the male side and the female side, and they did a qualifier, and 40 of them putted, and Sam Hudson. And I think it's Destiny Lawson.
Both great golfers, by the way.
Yeah, very good golfers. They were the two to qualify, so they're getting free entry into it. And let's see how far they go against some of these big names.
How about the guy who all he has to do is start this weekend in a golf tournament in Marion County, which he's going to do, and he will replace Steve Albright as the reigning Marion County Golfer of the Year. Will David Griffin be in it?
No, I don't know David Griffin.
He's going to be the Marion County Golfer of the Year if he's just by starting a tournament.
He can't be unless he plays in this event.
Well, you're right. It's going to be
a major, isn't it?
It's going to be a flaw.
This
is absolutely a major.
Okay, there you go. It's a major.
This is a huge major, and it will be in years to come. They're talking about this.
It'll be called pretty soon. It'll be called the Fishlow City Championship.
They call it the Dog Pound. The Dog Pound Open is the nickname.
Buddy Martin. Just for the record, Wednesday the 29th of October. I've already, for some reason, I know I'm going to have the flu that day. Just so you know, I'm going to have the flu that day.
Well, I hope the guy you go to as a doctor has a paycheck for you.
I'll get a vet. I'll get the vet to write me a doctor.
Yeah, doctor's excuse, right? Yeah, that's great, Bruce. That's an awesome thing that you're doing there, and you come up with some good stuff there. And
I think it's it's creative because they've accepted it so much, and we're going to have a great time. Like I said, meal tickets are available. It's only
$10.
$10
for the whole entry fee and everything?
The whole entry fee is $60.
That includes a meal?
And that includes 2 meal tickets.
Wow!
So it's very reasonable.
One for $10 though, isn't there something?
A meal, just one meal is $10, but $60 includes 2 meal tickets.
Nice.
So
that burger is fantastic,
and we're not limiting to one. You can have more than one burger.
Well, you know what? Instead of calling it 5 guys, why don't you call it one guy?
We'll come up with a better name than that, buddy.
I like the fish burger.
One fish burger, one guy.
So we've got so I'm looking forward to it. I'm rounding up all these golfers, and again, I want to thank this 2 main sponsors is Harley Davidson of Ocala and Gateway Bank. So
you got a couple minutes. I'm going to ask you on the other side of the break about adopting a dog. Okay,
sounds good.
Bruce Fishlow's in the house. We'll talk about dogs and golf next, right here in the Voice of Ocala.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Nestled in the heart of horse country, just off I-75 exit 354, the award-winning and newly refreshed Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala invites you to pamper yourself in one of our comfy guest rooms. Enjoy our free and fast Wi-Fi, heated outdoor swimming pool, 24-hour fitness center, and our deluxe continental breakfast. Other on-site amenities include a restaurant, putt-putt golf, and a car wash. Go happy, go Hojo at the Howard Johnson Inn of Ocala, proud sponsor of Friday Night High School football on WOCA, The Source. Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant. Stay with us and sleep better at the Sleep Inn and Suites of Ocala Bellevue, located next door to Don Garlett's Museum and a few minutes from Florida Horse Park. Our award-winning, newly refreshed Sleep Inn and Suites offers comfy, clean rooms, free fast Wi-Fi, and service with a smile. Start your day with a deluxe hot breakfast and unwind in our heated outdoor pool. Our convenient 24-hour fitness and business centers allow you to stay on track whether you're here to play or to work. That's Sleep Inn and Suites Ocala Bellevue, proud sponsor of Marion County High School football. If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Weir sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Weir. Seating now available.
Hi, Danny Warfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
We are The Source, WOCA.
About a couple of minutes here with Bruce Fishlow, hamburger entrepreneur, lover of animals, great raconteur, golfer, and he hangs out with a rough crowd. Tom Ingram, Derek Kelly, and those guys, whatever. But he's a good guy, and he's on the show a good bit, and he's going to walk me through a process here. If someone wanted a dog, let's just say, let's say a certain kind of dog, a smaller dog.
Okay, buddy.
All right, so let's say that Tom wanted another dog. All right, a small dog to go with the dogs he's got. How difficult is it to get that dog, and what's the process and what's the cost involved?
Or a cat, but I'm just using a dog as this example.
Well, let's start with how difficult is it? Well, it's not difficult, but it's not just automatic. We're a humane society. We're an Oak Hill shelter.
Oak Hill shelter, very important.
And the important thing is our dogs. We're trying to find forever wonderful homes for these animals. So we do a lot of home inspections. We do a lot
What's a home inspection like?
Well, a home inspection is we drive out there to make sure that if the person says there's fencing, that there is fencing. And
I don't have fencing. I do have some.
Well, with smaller dogs, you're not going to
I
put the
actually
dog
do have
in.
fencing in my backyard. I'm wrong about that. Yeah.
Well, but a larger dog, let's say it's a larger dog with a lot of energy, like Tom adopted dogs from us. A larger dog with a lot of energy, then it needs to have a fenced yard in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to make things appropriate. How about if a couple comes in their 80s and they want a 75-pound, 80-pound lab? It probably isn't appropriate. So we try to point people in the right direction, like you, buddy, more in the sedentary stages of your life.
I beg your pardon. As a matter of fact, I want a damn greyhound. Okay.
So,
I told you, we get Buddy a Great Dane.
Well, greyhounds are couch potatoes. Great Danes are usually couch potatoes.
Whippets.
But he's talking about a Shih Tzu. So that would be an appropriate dog
It won't be a
for
pit bull.
someone
It
of
will
your
not
age.
be a pit bull, by the way.
Someone of your age, that would be an appropriate animal.
What's wrong with a pit bull?
I think that's kind of an ageist comment by you, Fishbowl. No, I think I'm going to turn you in for discrimination.
Well, let me tell you something, Bruce.
I'm over 60. So
Let me tell you something, Bruce.
What
What kind of dog do you have?
Bruce isn't adopting a boxer that's 8 months old running around crazy either.
What's your dog?
I adopted a shepherd, a sort of a shepherd wolf hybrid from the shelter.
So you got a wolf at home, huh?
Well, it pretty much looks like one. And she's 13 and a half, and right now that's my dog, and that's a full-time job taking care of her. I do have cats too.
Yeah, we got about 30 seconds. I want to get this in real fast. Didn't you have a dog out there that somebody brought you and chained and left to you or something, and it was left there and had their leg cut off or something like that? Was that you?
Well, we've had dogs that have had bones.
Most recently, 6 months ago, was a Star article.
Yes, the bone was sticking out of the leg. The leg was almost like gnawed off, and the bone was sticking out. I mean, it was gruesome, and we had to remove the leg. And the dog has found a wonderful forever home. And Duncan was the name.
I remember it well. Yeah. Very good. Thank you for coming in. Good luck
Thank you for
again.
having me.
We got 15 seconds. Promote your event again real quick.
October 29th, 4 o'clock. The food will be great. $10 purchase for just come and being a spectator and seeing these guys grind out this putting tournament match play.
All right, I'm going to give you this blue band, The Kindness Revolution. Give it to me by Kevin McDonald. Anti-bullying for being a kind person. That goes to you today, Bruce Fish.
I'm putting it on. Thank you,
go.
buddy.
And
Thank you, Tom. I
give it to a
appreciate
person that does an act of kindness for you, all right?
Thank
Bruce
you so
Fish.
much.
Coming up
Thanks
next,
for
it'll
having
be the Restaurant and Food Show. Stay tuned. That's going to be Cindy Nicholson and Dave Del Rio from Eaton's Beach. And also, we got a good show for you at 5 o'clock. As Tom gets up set for the high school game, we'll have Southern Pigskin tonight. Tom, who you got tonight?
We got Lake Weir at Forest. Kevin McDonald working the chain gang. Lake Weir at Forest.
All right, stay tuned. More to come right here on The Voice of Ocala.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price of fixed rate alone.
Fumble! I was so busy making my fantasy football picks that I forgot to stock up on inventory, and now I need cars fast. So I'm calling for an inventory blitz. Chris Spears here from Prestige Auto Sales. This month, bring me in your old car